Okay, please introduce yourself.
My name is Peter with No Worries, actually the owner of No Worries Property Maintenance. I kind of tell everybody I deal with roofs to shoots and everything that happens in between. So
What do you do?
I hold 5 certifications I hold certifications with 5 different industries that basically cover a broad range of things. But I basically run the day-to-day operations as far as bidding, site visits, and basically whatever needs to be taken care of throughout the day. Real quick, what was the second question? The horticulture skills.
Horticultural skill, principle, or practice?
I'm sorry.
Do you use? It's okay. We'll just take a break. We'll get
You're good.
So, ready for question?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were still on question 1. I'm sorry.
So what horticultural skill, principle, or practice do you use most often in your job?
I kind of jokingly would say all of them. Okay. Pretty much everything across the board. If I had to narrow one thing down, I would say biology is the most important thing for what I do or any facet of horticultural. I'm really understanding how things interact and work together. I think is the most important thing, because you can't, what do doctors say, prognosis without diagnosis is malpractice. And it's the same thing with understanding how the trees are interacting with the hardscapes and the environment, and whether you're close to the beach or away from the beach. So again, I think biology is probably the most important for me anyways, and really making sure I have a thorough understanding, because we may be in the Keys looking at a salt site that has no soil whatsoever. It's just coral rock, where you could be deep in the Everglades. So I think biology is probably the best thing to understand. I think once you understand biology, once you understand biology, it's just like really, for me, it clicked. And once everything kind of clicked into place, it was just kind of like a big puzzle piece that I love figuring stuff out that I just continually get to figure out. And that's the side of the job that I really enjoy.
Okay, so that kind of leads into the next question. What's the most rewarding part of your job?
I'd say customer satisfaction. Sounds kind of cheesy. I love being the 6th or 7th company that a person has contacted, and not that nobody could figure out, but they could figure out this part of this part of this part. And I like coming in and seeing the overall site and figuring out what's been applied or what's been changed in the environment, or has been a continual problem. I really, really enjoy the problem solving side of it. And that kind of, again, goes back to the biology and understanding really how everything interacts together, whether it's human, animals, nature, everything. I kind of like just what I was just saying. I get a different puzzle every day that I get to figure out. So
things stay interesting all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
Bored.
Never bored.
Can't be bored with that.
Always learning.
Okay, this is an important question. What is one piece of advice you would give a student who might be interested, or a young person who might be interested in a career in horticulture?
I would say figure out which direction in horticulture you want to go first, because that'll kind of help you kind of hone in on what your specialty or what your area of study is, whether you're going to college or going the certification route, or if you want to become a certified arborist or irrigation, whatever facet that draws you to horticultural, figure out what it is and just dive all into it. Don't hold anything back. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Like as a business owner, that's one of the things I love. If you don't know something, that's fine. Come and ask me, and if I know it, I'll show you how to do it, or tell you, or we can figure it out together. Again, it's always learning, and I would say don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Like it kind of comes once you've been for so long, you can kind of answer, or a lot of those questions have been answered, or you figured it out. I love it when people bring a problem and a solution as well, and that really comes with, if you're going all into that area of study. But also don't be afraid, I want to say jump around, but if you find that maybe one area isn't everything you want it to be, you already have your certifications in this, which gives you more qualified than the next person. And again, as a business owner, if you want to learn how to trim trees, that's fine. Let's go get you, climbing gear, and let's go do this. I'll do, again, not a whole lot of companies out there will do it, but I'll pour out into you as much as you want to pour into us. And that's, again, coming from a business owner perspective, I think that's the hardest thing, is really getting people to care as much as you do. I don't want to be the only one to know what I'm talking about. I kind of had a mentor for a long time, and one of the best things he ever told me was, like, it's the most gratifying thing for him was seeing his pupil surpass him. And I surpassed his knowledge, and he just said that he couldn't have been more prouder. He's like, it's like you were one of my own kids, one of my kids.